Okay, hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Two Live crew, and not the one you thinking about. It's the Two TOO Live, because we two live. So it's me, your girl Trixie. We got T Money, and we got Sasha. We got another guest that will be joining us. I don't know what happened to him. It was one dude, so we might have scared him off. Hopefully, we did. Okay, but we on here just to help you get through the quarantine a little bit, by doing some hood movie reviews. That's always fun. We might tap into some other stuff too. So we'll be talking about a little current event here and there, but mainly we want to take a look at these hood movies. And if you are into them, join us. Okay, join us. All right, but so we just provide you a little bit of entertainment, and you're welcome to join in at any time. But y'all don't have the code to get on here, but later, y'all can join us. So, the movie that we're gonna be talking about today is called. This is a Detroit classic, and it's called Buffed Up. And for any,
what'd you say?
It's called Buffed Up.
Oh, I thought you said something else. No, I'm just playing.
No, with a B, baby, with a B. So, this movie is like it's so Detroit, as they would say. It's a movie talking about the coveted Cartier glasses, in which they call them the Buffs, aka what else they call them?
Yes.
Anybody.
There is a song, right? How the song goes, Sasha?
They kept saying something about all white
Buffs.
All white buff. And I guess that was the business. Yes, that's exactly how they would.
If y'all want to go,
able to get all the,
Yeah, that's how we do it. Now, and if y'all want to go even further back, before the Buffs was all of that, we had the glasses called the Gazelle glasses.
Yeah,
it was some big old. You remember them? Yeah, they was that deal.
Absolutely.
But I digress on that. So yeah, but we talking about the Buffs. All right, so
let me tell you guys a little bit. Since we're doing a real movie review, we'll give them a little shout out. So Moolah Film Production. They're
yes.
211, Plug Love, all your favorite
all your favorite hood movies.
are coming from this production company, and I appreciate them. I think they work really hard, and they have very little resources, but they make it work, and they're developing a following. And now you can catch their movies on Amazon Prime if you got that.
Now I saw it on Tubi TV.
Yeah, she saw Plug.
Oh,
I saw Plug Love.
That's what's up. Okay, we gotta go for that. Is that gonna be the next on the list? Oh no! I lost y'all for a second. I'm being hood.
Y'all got to give us a pass. This is our first one. So
that was the enemy. He don't want us to go forward.
Nothing but the devil,
just
right?
go far. Nothing but the devil. Get out of this, devil.
But yeah, so this movie was directed by Derek Scott. I think he's also a writer. I couldn't find him on Instagram. Like, I think he really behind the scenes type of person, but he was in
right.
And then we had the actors, Murder Payne. That's the big guy, dark skinned guy.
Right. There I go.
He also starred in Plug Love, right?
Yeah, that's the
one, yeah.
That's your jam. That's your favorite one, huh, Sasha?
Well, I started off with watching Plug Love. And then T Money was telling me all the other shows that they actually filmed. And I'm like, okay, because Plug Love, it was, I enjoyed it. And I told her, I said, I'm watching Plug Love. She was like, oh, I know them. So that's what started me.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Okay, yes.
All right.
Yeah, I think she got a little crush on one.
Holla if you hear me. If y'all out there,
I know, right? Holla back. That's your girl, Sasha.
My thing,
the show, I'm saying, but I'm get through acting.
Oh no, y'all! You know what? I'm having some issues with my thing, and I want to say.
Okay, well,
All right.
okay. I'm gonna read the actors while you get that together. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for what you know.
Okay, so we got Murder Payne, Jay Will, Martell Lane. Now, he was the gentleman that passed away, so y'all keep his family in your prayers.
Okay, all right.
Here. And then we had Thomas L. Harris. He does a lot in the community as far as teaching film production. Shorty Rich, I think he's a comedian. And let's see, we had Kash Dow. Everybody know Kash Dow, except Sasha. So this is
okay. So you're gonna have to tell me who Kash Doll is, though.
Kash Dow is a rapper.
Sometimes I want marriage, sometimes I want carrots. These niggas is my shit. I don't fucking care.
I think though she have a similar story to Cardi.
Oh, now you told me. Yes, now I know who she is.
Like I think she was tripping before she started rapping.
Yeah, that's Yeah,
that's
what happens.
She did a song with Big Sean.
Yeah.
On Instagram with Cardi B.
Who's also from Detroit. Well, everybody should know that.
Yeah, everybody should know that. And Dino and Jackpot the Juice. There
I go.
So yeah, but those are some of the
I'm back.
More popular actors out of there. But there was a lot of people in the movie. But
I'm back.
All right. Yeah, we got you. Okay. I might have to edit all that, but we go.
Keep it moving, right?
So what's the edit? This, you know what?
Yeah, Sasha, let's keep you talking. Sasha, what is this
okay.
About?
I'm a little green on this, but I'm gonna try to do what I can.
Okay.
Of course, it was the whole plot was in one of the housing complex or whatever that's in Detroit.
The project.
Well, I didn't want to say projects, but hey. But the whole plot was centered in the projects. And it originally started with I guess a college student, and he invited some of his friends to come over while he was studying, and they got into all other kind of things besides that. And at the time, like you said, Trixie, the Cartier glasses, the buff, was the in thing at that time. And he said it draws all kinds of things, from the rats to everything else. So they were obsessed with a pair of glasses, and the whole show was about what they did to get a pair, what was the consequences from the pair.
Right.
So, and it has its highlights, its high dramas, and a little bit of love in there as well.
Man, my cousin told me we only need one thing to get the DJs out here in Detroit.
What your cousin say?
Buffs.
Man, you telling me some glasses gonna give me a thick hips age at the club, bro?
Nigga, what? Thick, bitch. Against any nigga.
What about a rap, Steve?
Definitely a rap, bitch.
I like rap.
What's up, big guy?
Whoa! Bag the coke up, man. You throwing breath all around this pit, fogging up my buffs.
Get an 80, bro.
You only sell Kush, right?
Nigga, that's all I saw.
We just told you, man.
She summed that up without giving stuff away. Because I would have been like, yeah, when so-and-so went here and did this, that's what happened. They all died in the end. Like, no, they didn't. Nobody died, y'all.
Nah.
But so let's talk about some of the funny scenes in the movie.
Well, I gotta say, you know what? I gotta say something about this freaking party scene.
Yes,
First
Lord.
of all,
touch on it, girl, because that was what I was gonna hear. I need you to touch on that. Yeah.
First of all, I ain't never seen like a block party stay within the guidelines of one little area.
I said the same
Nobody
thing.
moved.
They didn't go outside the tiki lamps. Am I right about it? They stood right there.
They stayed in them tiki torch lamps.
I told T Money, I said they shoulder to shoulder. I said, and they did a wide shot where you could see
Right.
It was right there in that 4x4. That was it.
Right. I was like, you guys are outside. I don't get it. Like,
when you touched on something else, they stayed outside about the better part, the first beginning. Just those 2 folding chairs in front of the projects.
Right. This is how, I guess Detroit dirty. This is how we do.
Girl.
And when I watched the movie the first time, I said, "Oh, they don't have an inside location."
Right. So they were like, "Look, y'all gonna make it happen out here in between these tiki torches. I mean, don't step over the line. Yeah, don't be off the shot. You know." And
but they did have an inside location, and it was more like, wouldn't you say, like a Chris and Day Day?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It had like a Friday feel to it, you know, and when you look at the movie Friday, everybody pretty much grew up in a not everybody, but like, some of us, I'll say me or whatever, grew up in neighborhoods like that where, just stuff go down. But even nowadays we don't have neighborhoods like that. It's like you keep to yourself, I keep to myself. But back in the day, it was more a neighborhood thing, everybody involved in something. It's always a little bully, out there until he gets shut down by somebody, and so, and people get, oh, there we go, what up, connecting to audio. Welcome back, stick to the script.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Okay.
You looking smooth there, buddy.
We were talking about what was the funny scenes that we thought that was funny in the movie. Now, another thing that got me in the movie is they were on the phone, and then he said, "Well, we're right next door." And so she was like, "Well, meet me at the park." And I'm like, "Oh my God, she gonna meet him at the park, but they live right next door."
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, that's interesting.
They think so stick to the script. We was talking about that little party scene. Did you notice anything about that party scene that was a little weird for it to be outside?
It was real. Everything I noticed. They was dancing like in one small area in front of somebody.
Right. That's what
I was like, that's kind of tight, man. It was cool. I guess they got that that 90s feel, Hey.
Right.
So
I'm gonna say this, it worked.
But overall, Six, did you enjoy the movie?
It started to slow down because it was just like it ran on and on about these buffs, and then it slowed down for me. What part did this? I mean, once he got them, like, okay, once they took them, tried to, they kept getting the girls, and then it slowed down after that when they was going by those two females house, or that one female's house, and they got set up by her brother, whatever like that.
Yes.
So it was like, oh man, the movie need to come to the end now. I'm like, that's important. All right.
So
it was actually 1 hour and 40 minutes, or 1 hour and 40 minutes. So I think, with independent filmmakers, we sometimes want to put everything in, but I saw quite a few places that could have left they could have left out of the movie and made it like a 90-minute movie what we used to see, and it was like a saga. Like, I watched it in the 2 parts.
Right.
But I really did enjoy the movie. Like, it had me laughing. Yeah. I thought the comedic timing was good. Like, you could tell that they were real comedians because they were like really cracking on each other and blazing on each other.
Right.
Like, oh, you ain't gonna show me up. I'm gonna get you in the next scene. And that's kind of something they used to do in Living Color. The reason Living Color was such a good show is because even the people that didn't have the main, like, you weren't the main character of that skit.
Right.
You tried to outshine the other person. So,
right.
I think they used to call it slapsticks, right? Comedy slapsticks.
Yeah, that's a little further back, probably.
Yeah.
to my mamas in them time, like back in the
Okay,
1930s.
you just dated me. Watch yourself, Trixie. You just dated me. Watch yourself.
My bad. You could have read that somewhere. You know, they ain't talking about you.
I heard that from somebody else.
Right. So Six. So did you feel like if you get the buffs, you get all the ladies, you'll get all of this, and you?
Nah, that was kind of like out there, but I think you do get like a little attention, but it's not like that. It can't be like that because it just can't be like that. This to me, that's like I don't know the younger generation. I don't know how they feel about the buffs. Like I know when we were growing up, high school, it was or that time in the 90s, and even the early 2000s, it was a big thing, but. It was so bad. The negative side was people lost their life over those things.
Right. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. And you tie it back to Detroit. I don't know why we had such an affinity for these glasses and why they held such status for people. But people literally were losing their life over a pair of freaking glasses. Huh?
I said even fake ones. I knew
even fake ones.
Yeah, I knew.
Can you imagine?
$40 fake bucks. They were selling out of the trunk, and they got a gun put out on them. And I guess I'm done selling fake.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? The sad thing is, doing this movie, it was just the buffs. But there's always something. If it's not a pair of Air Force Ones, or if it's not, back in the day, so I'm going to date myself again, the members only jackets. It was always, it's always something. And with us being the biggest consumers, we're always spending all the way up to that last little quarter. Right. So we value it so much.
Right. That's true. And, I had a starter jacket in high school, and sure enough, it got stolen. And I don't know how they got my locker, but I had to walk home that day, baby, in Detroit in the winter time with no coat. Coat gone.
Well, and speaking of Detroit, like, it's a new day, so I kind of hope that since we got on the topic as us as consumers, we going through like quarantine and all of this craziness right now, so maybe we'll change our mindsets and see what's more important, because
I don't know.
You don't think so? We're gonna be the same.
They putting Walmart out of business because they can't go nowhere else to shop. They got their little stimulus. Nah, they in there. I'm seeing big old TV boxes out by the dumpster. I'm like, really, people?
Wow.
We need to be taking care of some stuff right now.
Right.
You say you got yours, Tanya?
No, I have not.
Oh, because, I was going to say. Saw you out there in them streets.
Yeah, I ain't going to do nothing with it but, pay rent and all that good stuff.
Right. What can we do right now?
And speaking of, I'm gonna just transition. And speaking of Detroiters, I don't know if you guys saw this on Facebook. Speaking of the quarantine, but there seem to be the East Siders as being East Siders right now. There's a lot of fights out there in the streets. And the last time I saw, they had on masks.
It's video of a street fight with people wearing masks on the city's west side. Sadly, we've seen a number of videos like this showing up on feeds and timelines around town. People blatantly ignoring the state's stay-at-home order and social distancing guidelines, well, really rules. We talked to the man who shot this video.
They had the mask on like it was really going to stop something, but coronavirus, that seems to not stop anything that's going on in Detroit at all.
There are at least 3 other fight videos involving teenage girls dating back to mid-March. No word if the videos are connected. Authorities are urging everyone to be more responsible and to get a hold of your lives and those around you.
But you ain't been in the hood news. Stick to the script. What's been going on?
I don't want to deal with that stuff.
Well, when they was on the lodge with it, you was out there yelling with them people, talking about, we on the lodge with it.
That was summertime. That's different. And they made it a song too. So And that
But
made national
yeah,
news too. That made national news.
yeah, it's a lot of stuff out there that's making Detroit look bad. It's some people that just clowning. I know y'all seen when all of them young people they was up at that gas station. They talking about Mac and Bewick. I don't know if it really was over there, but it's at the gas station. I don't know the streets. They said, but they was standing on cars. They talking about forget Corona. We out here like can't keep us in the house.
Well, I'm not in Detroit. I'm here in Atlanta, but we getting the same foolishness.
Well, they really are magnifying it in Detroit because they make it. I'm out here in Houston, and they make it like I meet people and they're like, "Where are you from?" Sometimes I just say Michigan, but some other times I say Detroit to see what they gonna say. They be like, "Detroit? Oh, you from Detroit? Yeah, yeah. So how is it there?" It's fine. They be like, I'm like, so we don't just walk down the street and see people getting shot dead, okay? It's people that live and work there. They trying to turn the city around, but they look at you different when you're from Detroit. They don't know what to expect, but it is what it is.
Well, I was
the
Detroit.
Detroit.
Since we're talking about Detroit, and hopefully people will have a good impression because Lifetime just did a movie about the Clark sisters.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the Clark sisters.
Shout out to them first ladies of gospel.
First ladies of gospels, yes.
First ladies of gospel.
So that's something positive, that we can say about the city. So if we get back to the movie,
yeah, let's do it.
I would just say, so we'll just sum it up. Say, is it worth the people's time to watch it? You on quarantine, you done went through everything on Netflix and all of that. So we try to give some different options. And I think like kind of with the horror genres, like a lot of little B horror movies. We got a lot of little movies that people get paid when you watch it. Like, so we can support some of our local Black talent. And so me and Trixie, we were going back and forth. It looked like, should you get a movie 2 garbage cans and 3 or?
I said we should get them some Fagos.
Okay.
I give it. What are we gonna call it? We gonna call it Fagos. I give them 3.5 drunk Fago, and that's not Rocky Road. I give not even Red Pop. I give them what's the one nobody really be drinking. So I'm not gonna do them like that because you know what. They had the right. They won't come get me. They had the aspiration and everything to get out here and make that movie and do it and shine a light on Detroit, even if it was that because it was a comedy. So I get them 3.5 Fagos.
Okay, all right.
Sticks.
I'll give them that because I did like the way. I like the way it was shot. It didn't have any, some the scenes weren't blurred. Had good color correction. The night shots were good. The day shots were good. It looked regular when they were in the apartments. When the 2 guys were holding my man hostage and he gave him the buffs. But that night shot, like the party, and it was another shot at night. I think it was a good. They had some good.
So they cinematography was good.
DP,
yeah,
they really did.
Yeah,
I was impressed. I was like, this don't look bad to be like what a couple of years. Is it almost 10 years or almost 10 years old?
Is it 10?
Maybe 3. I don't know. I'll check.
Yeah, I think I kept hearing about it, so I'm thinking like it might have been like 2012, 2013 or something.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah,
right.
I go back and look, but But I'm gonna check some other movies out. The suggested ones right under it. It had some of the same people in those movies, and I think it's dealing with Detroit too. I know the 2. What's the comedian? What's JP or the guy who played Jay? Him and somebody else. Him and the other guy that had the buffs on. The 2 guys that were sharing the buffs. They supposed to be in another movie. I might check out later on tonight or tomorrow. I mean,
we had a little list.
You want to support you want to support your Detroit people, and then you just want to see how what they get into, and is it worth it? And then you just want to kind of word them off, like that.
Yeah, that's
All right,
what's up.
What do you think? You don't know what a Fago is, do you, Miss Atlanta?
I know what a Fago is. I know what a Fago is. Now, I agree with Trixie and Stick, but is it a quarantine movie? That was the question.
Step back for a second. I'm listening.
So the thing is about the quarantine, you're usually quarantined with family. Is it a family movie? Not at all. But I still enjoyed the movie. So I give it the same ratings, but it's definitely not a quarantine movie.
Okay, well, some of us ain't got no kids, so we can watch.
That was another shot. I think that hurt a little bit. That stung a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna take that one for the team. But that stung just a little bit.
So Sash, you said it's not a quarantine movie.
The only reason why I say that, because if you quarantine, you got your family in the house with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a family movie.
Well, I throw these on and had an iPad or something. But I watch like a lot of different stuff. I like documentaries. I like all type of stuff. So after catching up on some of my regular shows, sometimes it's good to just find something a little different. I look at all type of different shows, but I understand what you're saying though, if you have to be in there with like youngins and stuff, but I don't necessarily have any youngins here with me. So, but like if I did and I need to, like Cal gonna take me away, I get the iPad, put on the headphones and be like, I'll holler at y'all in a couple hours. So, but
because it got to the point where, okay, you finished with dinner? I mean, you got that Xbox that's waiting on you. Go back and hit that real quick while, work on this right here.
Right.
So
kids
that's,
A woman in that movie was everything but a child of God. She was a
True. That ain't cool.
She was you know what I'm saying? But
and them Detroit girls, boy, bye, not with them shoes on. Like, boy, bye, boy, bye. Well, what you think about that, Sticks? Is that how we roll in Detroit? That's how the ladies roll.
Yeah, I do. So
you said
like
yes.
You said yes.
You
said yes.
Like, oh, he cute girl with them shoes. Oh man, he need to get a haircut. Blah blah blah. I'm like,
hanging out.
I told me that you can't. I rode with a friend to a Pistons game, and she was like, I mean, I know we both trying to find somebody. We both single, but you could have came a little better than that. I said, dude, you told me an hour before the game started. I'm supposed to throw on something nice and make it down here in time for the. We just friends too, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, step it up. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm like, all right.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I gotta go out. This Corona threw me off. I had my spring look already. I was about to get some new jeans. Had bought the shoes, the boots. I was ready. I was like, I'm about to go into the summer. Cold, but got a belly now. So summer body on is waiting on 2021. So
hey. We all out here just doing what we could do, man. I got fired on my day off.
I'm black women. Y'all look good anyway. It don't matter what.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you.
We take it whenever we can get it.
Y'all age backwards. Hey,
I like that.
I receive that.
Points, and more points.
I know, right?
That's a stick to the script on Instagram, y'all.
Stick to the script on Instagram. Holla at your boy. He a good dude. So you ladies stop tripping out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with y'all. I'm gonna give it 4 Fagos only because I do production work and I know how hard it is to get everybody.
Yeah.
But probably a lot of people in that movie didn't get paid, especially since it was one of their earlier ones.
Right.
How hard it is to get people to commit to shooting a feature,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them 4 just based off
All
off
right.
that and doing a whole feature. Like, so I've only done short films. So I was like, wow, you know, they actually pulled it off and they actually made me laugh out loud. There's been a lot of B movies out
Yeah.
where I couldn't make it through. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I told you, I had to watch this in 2 parts because it was a little extended, but
Right.
for what it is.
Yeah.
Anybody got a funny story or something they want to share? Anything like that before we get out of here?
I don't know. It's too much. It's a bunch of stuff. Well, this ain't funny, but like I said, I got fired on my day off.
Are you
Supposed to start a
serious?
job. It's like I get fired. It just got postponed because of Corona. I was so geeked, y'all. I had went out and got me a whole little work wardrobe. Like, I'm gonna kill them on this day. I'm gonna kill them on that day. Bring them back to life on Friday. Oh my God. So yeah, March 16th, I was supposed to start work. And I got that call like, yeah, Rona in town, so we're gonna have to postpone you.
That's great.
So I don't know when I'm gonna start. I think I still am going to start, but you know, it's something out here trying to navigate, you know, without, you know, real income like that. But the
So
part
what
was
is your
funny. It's
job?
just that
What are you gonna do at the job? What's your job?
I'll be working like for the county, the Harris County here, the tax office.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
And they're denying folks. Denied. Sorry, I'll just play. I'm being there helping everybody.
So I was already on the struggle bus before Corona came around. So hey, Corona, you don't want me to live, do you? So yeah, so it's kind of hard for me too.
My man stick to the script. You an essential worker.
Yes, I guess I am.
Apparently, because they ain't shutting down no TV stations. Okay, they still working.
Never shut it down. We have a little skeleton crew, but we doing it.
Yeah.
So Sticks, I know like a lot of people out in Detroit, like, you know, I done heard of a lot of deaths and people get sick. How do you feel like y'all staying like, you know, safe or whatever, or what is it? Are we super, you know, paranoid, or like why, you know, how's you going to work every day and ain't getting sick and stuff like that? You taking your vitamins? What's going on?
The little suggestions that that are on the news, as well as family, as well as stuff that you see on YouTube and stuff that's been sent to you. I know when I come home, when I leave out, I make sure my hands are covered, wash my hands when I'm at work. Try to clean my workspace. The person I work with, we stay a good amount of feet away from each other. And he brings his own stuff to clean his area. I need to get some more. When I leave, I usually come home, take a shower. I do this thing where we have like orange peels, onions, some type of sea salt and garlic. I stand over the stove and just breathe in the vapor for about 15, 20 minutes. So it does help clear like your lungs and your nose. Something about, my mother even shared with me. She showed me the video. So it's little things like that. Other people are taking like vitamin C. Other people are practicing social distance. Some people just don't, I guess if they avoid people, they're not wearing their mask, but they're not around people. But you got a lot of people that's driving around with their mask, gloves. A lot of people are covered up. They even have their glasses. So people are trying to be serious about it, but I think it just hit hard here. And it really, from the first reports, I think Oakland County was first to be hit. Then was Wayne, where we are in Detroit. Then was Macomb. Those are three major counties right here in Michigan or near Detroit. So those are the ones that got hit hard, and we've lost people, and it is crazy. It's a lot of people that have been sick. Our police chief, he came down with it. Haven't heard anything like he's suffering, but it's other people that have passed away, and then elderly have passed away. I think a member of our church that we used to go to, he passed away. My cousin, he stayed a couple blocks away. He had it, but he's doing all right. A pops, he lost a couple of friends to that. A cousin of mine, she lost her husband. They were wrong for this. They actually called her and told her husband had passed, but it was a person with a similar name, so her husband was still alive. But like the next day, he passed away. I was like, She had to relive it twice within like 24 to 48 hours. It was sad. I'm
Wow.
like, yeah.
Wow.
That was a rough Thursday to Friday, which was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I remember hearing my cousin had lost her husband. Another cousin had caught it, and he was worried. Let me see. Another church member, he caught it. He was on a ventilator, and he was getting worse. A friend of mine, her father passed. I don't know if it was COVID, but he had passed away. And then a classmate of mine, I wasn't the closest with her, but she passed away. So it was a lot going on that Friday. I was just sitting there like I had a quiet time, and I kind of just,
right.
You felt it, and you just had to be calm and quiet. And I just had to deal with my emotions to myself. And I was just like, man, it's really serious, and we losing people, and I don't know who's going to be here. But I know when Corona is lifted, the quarantine is lifted, I know I'm gonna just tell people it's not gonna even be like I'm gonna be like, I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you survived. Certain people are gonna get I'm glad you survived. Other people are gonna be I'm glad you're here, or I'm glad to see you. Good conversation. And I hope you really genuinely will feel that this was serious, but the people that you barely talk to, people that you don't mind talking to, people that you just have words to say hello and goodbye, just say please. I'm glad you are still here, because it was just serious, man. Something that hit the world, and man, it just makes you think like, here today, gone tomorrow, and
I say here today, gone today, just like that. You just don't know.
Yeah, it is, and it's just taking people like that. Wow.
Yeah. So, have you heard anything? Have you seen like the footage from Sinai Grace? How they have the bodies pop. And the thing that was just disturbing, like it's disturbing to see it, but you can only do what you can do in this time. And maybe they didn't have enough, mobile refrigerated areas to put the bodies in, but they put them in like a sleep study area. Like that's not a cool area, not cold enough to keep a body. And then they had one of them sitting in a chair. That image is just like, wow, Weekend at Bernie's type of thing.
Yeah, so Sunday Grace, I heard that they had a high, like they weren't the best hospital in the beginning. And then to have Corona come through, they really wasn't capable of caring for people, it sounds like.
Wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, like I would never. Like if I was sick and Sinai Grace was right there, I would drive by and go to the next hospital.
Right.
It's literally only about maybe 3 miles away from here.
I'm struggling.
That's actually the hospital I was born at before they changed it to Grace. Sinai Grace. It was Sinai. I was born in Sinai, but I'm like, man, I wouldn't go to that one. I'm going over here to Redford. I'm going to Beaumont or something. They changed it to
Beaumont,
Beaumont. I would go there, but Henry Ford is questionable too. I heard they had some stuff too.
Very questionable.
They were taking people off of ventilators. Like if you were like a lost cause, they would take you off the ventilator and just let you die.
Yeah, I think that's happening a lot around the country, because it's no way, if this thing is not airborne like they say, if you can't just go outside and everybody's catching it and dying from it, it has to be some reason why they reporting so many deaths like overnight. Like you have to be like just giving up on those who you think is going to expire anyway, and just saying, okay, you're going to die anyway, I'm going to take you off of this and give it to the next person, something like that. Because I'm like,
it all depends on too where you're located, because isn't it New York, they got they do not resuscitate?
Oh, so, I didn't know that.
I always thought they had to ask the family, but they could have put that in place.
It's in place. So that's not a decision that the family make. They feel like if you're at that point, just like Stick said, if you to that certain point, then that's it. They don't use any more resources with you, but they do not resuscitate in New York.
Right. Okay. Well, now, we know.
Yeah.
What'd you say, T?
Yeah, that's why their death numbers are so high. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I was listening to this one girl today. Somebody sent her video, and this is somebody I would like never follow. Honestly, I think her name is Candace or something. She's the one black girl that's like all about the Republican Party and all that. Y'all know what I'm talking about? She's real famous. Candace Owens.
She wear like a gown saying with Trump's name on it or something, like at a premiere or something.
She's a young black girl that just hate the Democratic Party, and I'm not like a big fan or anything either. But like if somebody say like in the video, she was talking about how the media hype stuff up, and she's like, if you a black man, you'll be scared of the police because they'll hyper make it seem like all these black men is getting shot by the police, and so she said in the video. She was like, and there were only like 16 people shot by the police. I'm like, what? But
16 too many.
Right. That's right. How many is too many?
Yeah,
one is too many.
And her thing was more white men have been shot by the police than black men, and she said that the cops are more likely to get shot by the black guy. So I was like, I don't know, Candace. I don't know about this.
I don't know. I seen some white dudes going berserk on the cops, and they like, dude, just calm down. We're gonna help you. Like, he has a machete. How are you gonna help him? No.
So the same person that said that, she's in Washington, D.C., and she was like, how is it that Washington, D.C. only has 69 deaths, period? And she like, they're just as crowded and busy going around like New York, but why is it that they're not having that same problem? So it was an interesting video. The first time I've ever listened to her, to be quite honest. But yeah, she seems to think it's something else going on. Something more than telling us, so. Well, I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Hey, I watch Scandal, so I know it's something the government is always keeping from us.
Always.
They have to for our own good, right?
Yeah. But you know, you're going to let me in that area. What is it? Area 51 or 54?
Area 51.
In 51, I need to see what's
Studio
in there.
54.
Yes, they gonna let me in there too. I'm gonna put my hands behind me. Who's with me? They like, nobody. You're gonna get shot. No, but for real, I do want to know what's in there. Like, it's too much. I need to know.
Oh, you want to
inquire?
Okay, so then let's talk about this then. So, do you believe in aliens?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
How about you, Sasha?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
I think they exist. Yeah, I think they exist.
Think they could exist too. Now they're gonna put a little. They gonna call us crazy, but Sticks, what you think?
What you think?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm starting to believe something's out there.
Why can't we get in that? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, like, if it isn't like an alien, there's something here that's like some type of organism, and the Earth is bigger than. I really think the Earth is bigger than what you think, and whatever's north or south, Antarctica, Arctic, something's up there. Something could be deep down in the Earth. There's still animals that people don't see on the regular that are in the seas and certain jungles. I'm like, hey, who knows, man? It's something different, or something that's been living for a long time.
It's parts of the earth that are untouched by man. Like, you know, we haven't discovered every inch of the earth. But well, if it's no big deal and nothing's going on, let me go in there and see Area 51. If there's nothing going on, nothing strange to see here, going there, I'm telling y'all.
I think they done hyped up the myth. Nah, I think they may have moved on that stuff. They done hyped up the myth.
They didn't put it somewhere else.
Like,
right.
What's going on down there? You know?
Yeah, within the last couple of years, a lot of people, including Chris Brown, somebody that I follow on Instagram, saw a UFO, and they took pictures and showed it on the internet. Do y'all remember that?
So, it's bullshit. Don't let the news fake you out. They would announce it early if it was a fucking satellite. Everybody, my mama seen this phone. Ain't no damn satellite. Y'all better stop lying. No partial disclosure. Full fucking disclosure, please.
And they were like with SpaceX testing something. SpaceX is Elon's company. That's the guy that did Tesla cars. He also has somewhere he's trying to get into outer space. I don't know why.
Yes, I don't know.
They about to mess this mug up. So let's go
right.
this.
I think he started that like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So he mentioned it 2 years ago.
So everybody was like, "What is this thing?" And I'm like, "No, that ain't no rocket and nothing like that." So maybe I'll put that in this video. Show people. But yeah, it was interesting. Like it did look like a UFO.
Yeah.
And I met a guy one time too who said he got abducted by aliens. So
I would like to know his experience.
Me too. What happened to him?
So this is
right.
I was like, he had like some tattoos right here, right? I had never seen any type of markings like that. And I was like, what are your tattoos saying? What is that? He was like, man, you ain't been through what I've been through. I was like,
he's a familiar. He's an alien familiar, like on Blade.
Right. Right.
Maybe I could get him on the show to tell his story, man.
Yes, we need him on.
I want to be like, you know, take me and enhance me, you know, make the eyesight, make sure, you know, no broken bones.
Right.
Don't get sick.
You gonna flatten my stomach. You gonna make me look.
Be a universal soldier or something, you know. Or
right.
Super intellect. Let's go past 10% of your brain power. Yeah, let's do that.
Right, right. Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah, get this old like, oh, yeah, I'm worried about buffs. Yeah, okay. I'm worried about some buffs.
Like, get them buffs. This is where we at. And Detroit is just it's a different kind of place. But you know, if it's your hometown, it's always gonna be your hometown. You know, and we do things differently like that. What up, though? That's our thing. They know you from Detroit. You come on, you talk about what up, though. You know, we got our own style of everything. But I'm in H-Town now, enjoying this warm weather.
Yeah, that's the difference. That's what I always
come visit me, y'all.
Yeah, people talk about hustling and everything like that. Like I feel like it's easy to hustle in Los Angeles. It's always 70 degrees.
Right. Right.
It's -5.
Never a bad time.
Right.
Never a bad time.
When it's -5, much
your hustle change a lot.
It's great when you're 70 degrees in February, you know.
Right, you feel like you can conquer all.
You're dealing with 15 in Detroit. Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, you doing anything? Going home, dog. Going home.
Right, I ain't doing nothing.
Before quarantine.
Right.
All right. Well, y'all, that was the show, our first one. If we suck, let us know in the comments. If you liked it, let us know in the comments. Appreciate you. We'll be reviewing more cult classics for you and bringing you some nice topics. And stay with us. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Peace.
Peace.
All right.